flies with my back. Kind of a couple of wee flies for myself. Just the variations of the stone goat. So I'm just going to show you how to put it together if you want to have a wee blast at it. The hook and the vise is a Kamasan B175 and size 8. The ones there that I showed you, 3 of them are size 10. So you can, from an 8 to a 12 if you really wanted to. The thread we're going to use is the Guinea thread 801 black. So I'm just going to run the thread through a wee bit of wax here to get us started. And then just run your thread down the hook shank, fairly close touching turns. You pass the point of the hook and you can remove the waste tag of the thread. What I would say tell you here is if you're going to tie it, just leave yourself plenty of room at the front. There's lots going on up there. The tail, you're going to golden pheasant popping or crest feather. This one that I'm using here has been dyed a sunburst. Now, if you don't dye your own materials, not everybody does, has the time to. Best place to get a good dyed sunburst or any dyed crest feather is Gordon Griffiths, and you'll get that on eBay if you want to check that out. Rib, oval silver tinsel, size 14. Then the body's just going to be a ply of black wool. Now I've already taken a ply out of this, so what you do is just get a length of any black wool. You can go to a pound shop, B&M, Home Bargains, wherever, sort of way like a craft store, and then just strip out the one ply of wool. That's just to show you. We're going to get a ply out here that I've been using, and if this one ply, if all them flies out of that one ply for the body. So now if you don't have wool, you can just use a seal's fur or something like that, any black dubbing. Then we'll just work our thread forward here at this point. A bit of fluff. And you're just trying to keep the body as smooth as you can, folks. That's all you're trying to do there. Just to that point. Then we're going to come up with the wool, just in slightly overlapping turns, just to beef your body up a bit. To that point there, follow this around with your thread, a couple of turns to secure that in. Then come in and trim away the waste of the wool. Body hackles, one the original stone goat. I believe it's a magenta, a black and a magenta. I like to use a black and claret. These are just cock hackles that I'm just taking off here, guys, just a second. Right. I want because the body is black, I want to put the black hackle, or sorry, the claret hackle on top of the black hackle here, and then we're just going to tie the both of them in at the same time. So just offer it up to the hook. Nice tight turns now at this point. If you catch in the stems, trim them away. And then we're just going to palm release. Now because it's a double hackle, one turn at the front, it slipped, so we're just going to go back. One turn at the front will be plenty. And then you're just looking, just depends on yourself here. 2 to 3 turns down the body is going to be enough for me. Just keeping the hackle tips nice and tight. Just follow this around with your oval silver tinsel. At this point, just forget about everything else, just bring up the rib. Worrying about catching anything in. Then you get up to here, sweep everything back, bring your oval silver tinsel in front, wee lick of wax, a couple of turns, trim away the oval silver tinsel, trim away the tip of the hackles at the back. Then you can come in with your toothbrush and just brush out the fibres. Now I want to get a wee bit of thread at the front of the hook here, just to the eye, and back up. The next hackle, this is just some guinea fowl. It's just an old like food container. Guinea fowl dyed blue. Sort of no more small feathers left, so we just have to use what we've got here. So just stroke back the fibres. That's the way you would do with any other feather. You want to try and find a, I should say, you want to try and find a guinea fowl feather that has a thin stem. Fold back the tip, work your thread back up, you can come in at that point and break away the tip. Turns to the blue here, it's up to you. It's the way you like to dress it, like I always say. I'm going to probably put in 2, just one more. That's going to go plenty there. So, catch that in. Nice tight turns, because it's thin, you can break it away, and then work your thread back up nice and tight. Then we can bring all this out just to show you the colour combination that you get. It's lovely. Excuse me. Front hackle, I'm just looking at peacock neck feather. Strip away all the rubbish. Now you'll be lucky if you get 2 turns out of this. So, and again, try and find one that has a thinnish stem to it. So just catch that in. We like a wax. Just for the way back up over the top of the tip of the hackle. Bring out the tip. Now you can leave the tip in if you like, but I just take it out and just stroke these fibres back. You're just looking one turn in front of the other. That's all we're going to get there on that, guys. So just follow this around with our thread. Just catch in the stem, come in and trim away the stem. Then I'm just going to come in, another wee like a wax onto the thread. Just fold everything back at this point. Just make sure everything's well tied in. Now you want a decent tail on this fly. Don't forget it's a size 8 that I'm tying on here, so just bring everything out so you can see it. Then just to finish off, I'm just going to put on 2 jungle cock eyes, 2 small ones. Not looking anything too big. So 2 wee small ones here. Put in my hand. Just clear the rubbish away from the point that you're going to tie in on. Offer them up to the hook. Hold them onto the hook. Now these are just loose turns, just to see what way we're sitting, just to make sure you're happy with the jungle cock, which you am. Then we'll take another wee lick of wax, work the thread down to the eye of the hook. It's best to always try and fold these back, guys, rather than trimming them off, because they'll just means now that they have to break off. They can't pull out on you, just with your casting and stuff. Keeping your thread tight. Break away the stems of the jungle cat. Just take off any excess wax. Then just come in and throw in a whip finish. Pull your thread tight. Come in, trim away your tying thread. Now, first coat onto the head. We drop a super glue. As always, sound like a broken record. Just be careful if you're using super glue not to touch your dressing. Right the whole way right round. And there you go, guys. That's a variant of the stone goat. Now, what you could do there is you could tie it with the magenta body hackle. You can tie it whatever way you like. That's the beauty of your tying your own flies. Don't buy flies from people. Tie your own. Don't have to have an expensive vase like this. We simple vase, way I started off, £20 vase, and you'll build up your kit over the years. It'll just come over the years if you stick at it. As always, many thanks for taking the time to view the video. Very much appreciated that, as always. If you're out fishing, tight lines, and all being well, I'll see you on the next one.